All right. So, as most of you might know, I am a new dad and I have to do some sort of dad related video for all the dads out there that are struggling because it is a struggle. Okay. So, 10 things that they don't tell you being an old dad. I guess it would be a new dad or a dad that's an artist. I don't know, an old dad. Number one, you will not be prepared. Watch the classes, go to the seminars, all that stuff, but you just won't be prepared. It's nothing like what you're imagining. It's going to be completely different. And no matter how much information you get, it will be different when you're in the situation. So you will not be prepared, but that's okay because you'll just figure it out as you go. Number two, you have to hold your baby. It's one of those things that you never really think about until it's actually like there with you. Like there's like a brand new creature in this world. There's so many professionals that are like dealing with it. And then eventually you have to hold the baby. I was really nervous and I was even a little embarrassed the first time like they asked me to hold my baby. I think just because I was like scared and because like it just feels like a lot of pressure and it feels so like fragile and it feels like everyone else like knows how to hold a baby and understands all of that, but it's so different in the moment. You'll be okay. Once you're so hyper focused, everything else kind of falls away when you're just like holding your baby for the first time. But again, it goes by so quickly. Like it all just happens really quickly. So just be ready to hold your baby because you're gonna have to hold your baby. It's gonna be here before you know it. Number three, you won't sleep. The first day, the baby might be pretty calm and kind of sleep most of the time. And then at night, they might have a nursery. We had a nursery, so we could send the baby to the nursery and kind of get some sleep. But I was in some like recliner chair that wasn't very comfortable. I had the same clothes on for like 3 days. It didn't really count as sleep. You just won't sleep. And then once you get home, you'll definitely like not sleep. I thought it was going to be like getting up to check to make sure the baby's breathing all the time and to check on the baby kind of thing. No, it was not like that at all. The baby is always up and not always up, but like making noises and all this other thing. And you may sleep for like 20 minutes and then the baby's crying and you have to figure out how to do that on and rinse and repeat for the foreseeable future. They do sleep after like a month and a half, after like a month. They will start sleeping a little bit longer. But yeah, those first few days are brutal. And that first week where you're trying to figure it out is brutal. So just, you won't be able to sleep. But that's the nature of it. Okay, number 4. Changing diapers is actually easy. It's a little tricky at first just because you don't know like a system. But once you have your system, after like 3 diapers, it's really easy. And their diapers don't really smell at first. Like, you know, whether they're breastfed or I don't know about formula, but I know as far as like breastfed, like their poop doesn't smell that bad. Like their pee and poop doesn't smell like what you think of like a dirty diaper. You think of like a diaper with like it smelling like, you know, but it doesn't really smell bad. And you just get used to cleaning it, and you're probably gonna eventually the baby's gonna have a little diaper rash. So you just put some Vaseline. Just get Vaseline and clean the baby, dry the baby, and then put Vaseline anywhere it's like red or irritated, and you'll be fine. You can get the butt cream too, but the Vaseline works. And yes, they're gonna pee on you, and they're gonna put the Vaseline on, and then they're gonna go to the bathroom again. It's going to be annoying, but changing diapers is easy. Number 5, your wife just got out of a major traumatic event, so she's going to be slow. So remember, she's going to be walking slow. She just had this whole thing happen with her body, and it's a lot. So just remember to like slow down. She's going to want to help, but she's not going to be able to do too much. So it is going to fall on us to just do a lot and be there and then kind of slow down. You're going to have your baby in your car seat when you're bringing it to the house, and you're just going to be walking, and you just have to slow down. So just keep that in mind. You're going to have to do a lot. Number 6, get a doll or a stuffed animal and practice buckling it in the car seat. get something and practice putting it in the car seat. It's not easy. Car seats are not intuitive whatsoever. Even if you like installed it and read the directions a month ago, 2 weeks ago, get something physical and put it in the baby seat and practice and figure out how to move the straps and how to loosen them and things like that. It's not easy. It's actually really, really annoying to do those things. And you don't want to do it when you have a new baby, a new fragile baby that you just want to get in the car seat and like leave. And then you're trying to figure out how to buckle it in, and you're trying to figure out how to loosen it and all this stuff. And the baby starts crying, and then you're in the lobby and the baby's crying and it's loud and you're embarrassed and you haven't been able to sleep or shower. Yeah. So that was like our situation. Luckily it was really hot outside. So once we brought the baby outside, because she was screaming her head off, we brought her outside, and then the heat, she just kind of like fell asleep. So then we were able to figure it out from watching videos outside of the hospital. They're supposed to like come and check and all that stuff, but once they discharge you, you're just out of there. So practice with the doll. I actually ordered a fun fact. I ordered a Cookie Monster from Walmart to practice changing the diaper and stuff like that. But it was so crappy that I sent it back. So I didn't practice the diapers and I didn't practice with the car seat, and I paid the price for it. So don't be like me. Number 7, the first day home will be chaos. The first day home, the second and third day too, they're going to be chaos. It's going to be so messy. You're not going to be able to eat. You're not going to be able to like go to the bathroom. That's the thing. You can't eat when you want. You can't go to the bathroom when you want. You can't rest when you want. You can't just chill out when you want. Especially the first few nights, you just have this creature that you have to just keep alive and take care of. And it's weird when you don't have your autonomy as an adult. You really don't. Those first few days go by really quickly, and the baby will change so much so quickly. So remember to take lots of pictures and videos, because that time goes by like this. Oh yeah, get a delivery meal service. Yeah, I use a meal delivery service where I can just like kind of poke holes in it, pop it in the microwave, and I have like some decent meals. You're not gonna be able to like cook and like go to the store and like all that stuff. I mean, you can do it, but you probably won't want to do it. So just get a meal delivery service and order it like a week or like 2 weeks in advance. Like get it way further in advance, because sometimes you order and it's like you have to wait a week before it comes. So don't wait till the last minute, and you want to have them ready to go. Okay, number 8, babies, they strain like crazy. It's unsettling because like it seems like they're in like excruciating pain because they're just like straining. They don't know like their mouth from their assholes. Essentially, I mean, that's what it is. Like they're just like straining to like go to the bathroom or pass gas. So they will look very uncomfortable, and they're gonna cry, and it's gonna be irritating, and the poor things, they're just gonna seem very, very uncomfortable. You're gonna want to help them, but it kind of feels a bit helpless because it's just their bodies trying to figure things out, and they have the little gross belly button thing that it falls off after like 10 days or so, 10, 15 days, it falls off. So they're just going to be very uncomfortable, and you want to help them, but you're not going to know what to do because they don't even know what to do. They don't even know what they need. It's crazy. Number 9, you'll be annoyed at your baby. You're going to be annoyed. And I don't even mean like in the beginning, it's maybe you're like less annoyed because they feel so vulnerable. They don't even feel like human creatures. But like as time goes by, like you will be way more annoyed at your baby. And I don't know if I hear people say that enough. I think it's okay. I think it's perfectly normal. Let me read what I wrote. Yeah, the reality of it is brutal. Get over-ear headphones. My wife and I have the noise canceling. We don't really use the noise canceling. You just want to have something, even if it's just the over-the-ear headphones, just to muffle the cries, because sometimes they can be ear-piercingly loud. My watch will warn me that there's like 90 plus decibels because of the baby crying. So yeah, and I get migraines. So get over the ear headphones, at least so you can wear those, because sometimes you will need them because they cry and it will literally drive you up the wall. And sometimes it's the most irritating, ear piercing thing. So just get ahead of that, because that's part of the job. Yeah, you'll be unbelievably frustrated mentally and physically. You'll be completely drained. This isn't to say that you won't love your baby, but it is brutal and you'll be frustrated and you'll be annoyed. Now, on social media and all that stuff, like you'll hear that it's magical, and it will be magical, but it's also terrible and slightly horrific dealing with a newborn. It's an assault on your life. Maybe that's going too far. No, actually it isn't. It's pretty bad. It's pretty brutal. I think just being aware of that and understanding that and knowing that other people are feeling that way and dealing with it, just come back to this video when it happens. Just take it for what it is. Like it's a brutal, but you'll work it out. But yeah, it's tough. Mentally and physically, it's tough. Very well could be the most stressful that you've been, because it's a different kind of stress. Like when you're stressed when you're younger, you can like throw a tantrum, but it's hard. You can't really do that when it's a baby. You have to, so you kind of have to internalize everything. So 10, you may not have the support you need, and that's just the reality of it. It's a lot, and you might not have the support you need. I'm kind of a loner. I don't really have many friends that I see like regularly, especially because I'm an old dad, and I'm just like a loner. So a lot of things I just deal with and internalize and process myself. And that's kind of just how I've always been. It can feel really lonely. It could be a really lonely process. I mean, like my wife and I are going through this whole thing together, and we love our child, but there's always that loneliness that comes along with wanting to be strong and wanting to be supportive and wanting to hold like your family together and be in all that stuff. So I think that's just a natural thing that probably most to a lot of men deal with, and they want to deal with it and they want to kind of process it and they want to be strong and just deal with it by themselves. So you may not have the support that you need, just societally. It's like, the women will have more support than the men, and that's just how it is. It's just a different situation. I hear you. I'm with you. It's very lonely, but you're not alone. That's for sure. So I hope this will act like a sort of support, feeling like you need to take care of pets, your wife, the baby, your parents, your family, like all of that stuff kind of falls on your back, and it just is what it is. And that's kind of like how I feel, but you'll get through it, because here I am, and I'm making my way through it. And I'm only making this because I just feel like people don't talk about it enough, and talk about all the bad stuff and the rough stuff and the horrible stuff. It's magical. It's wonderful. I take lots of pictures and videos, and I love it, and I love my daughter, but it doesn't change the fact that, oh my God, it's so brutally difficult. But it's an adventure. And I think it's kind of like, it feels like the rite of passage. And when you see other parents like with newborns and babies, it's like you have like this new like respect. You're like, they're in the trenches, or they've been through the trenches. And that's what it is. It's the trenches. And, you just have to keep on going. Yeah, those are my 10 things. They don't really say, that you don't really hear that much. And I'm hoping that at least me talking about it or me saying something, maybe it'll just help. Even if it just helps a little bit or just helps a few people, maybe it'll help. You will get through it. It's tough, but you'll get through it. You're not going to understand. You're going to do things wrong, but I think that's normal, and it's all part of the process. If your little ones are already here, embrace the small wins. I'm at 2 months now, so like the small wins are what it's all about. Like when I have like a few hours that I can record stuff like this and like start to do work again finally, that's a win. Playing with like when the baby smiles at you, like now she like smiles at us and stuff like that, it's a small win. We're going to look at houses, and she sleeps in the car. There's only like been 1 or 2 like where she's been crying throughout, but just try to take all of the wins, all the small wins, because people might say that things get better, and they do in a sense, but things just get different. They change. Like the baby's growing so quickly and constantly changing. Newborn to 2 months, a world of difference, and different issues and different things you have to figure out. Nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody knows what they're doing at all. So just know that. Yeah, just be the glue that helps keep things together. No one knows what they're doing, including you. So just do your best. You're going to be a great dad, or you are a great dad. And if you feel like you're not, then just think of what you can do and think of what you can do differently. And I hate to say it, but even like TikTok, things like that, people have good suggestions. People have been there. So many people have been there and are going through it. And a lot of people have good suggestions. You might scroll through 100 videos, you might find one video that could help with something, and it'll be worth it if you have time to look at TikTok. I don't really have much time, but I do like to look through, and I save videos to show my wife. So when she's pumping and things like that, because she pumps throughout the night, we can just look at some videos and laugh or learn some stuff about, babies or tummy time or, products that might help us, because babies, sometimes they sleep on one side and you have to try to make them sleep on the other side, so their heads don't get like flat and all that stuff. It's a lot. But yeah, even TikTok will help. Yeah, I think that's about it. As a bonus, you're probably not going to use all that expensive crap that you get, but get it anyway. You're not going to know what you need, so it doesn't really matter. Let people buy you stuff it somewhere, store it somewhere. We've outgrown this apartment, but you're not going to know what you need until you have it. We have like the bottle warmer. We have the baby wipe warmer. We have this huge bassinet. I would say get a smaller bassinet. Don't get like a really big, expensive bassinet because they just take up so much space and they have long legs. Just don't get a huge bassinet. Other than that, just hang in there. I'm with you. I'm still in the trenches right now, but I'm really taking the small wins, and I'm really trying to take the things that really stress me out, like middle of the night changes when she doesn't go back to sleep and things like that. I just try to breathe. I try to be in the moment and figure out what I can do to make next time easier. And I try to stay calm. Sometimes I get super, super frustrated where I'm like almost fuming inside, and like it's really difficult to like deal with her. But then the next night I'm like, okay, I have to work on being calm. And sometimes you just have good nights and bad nights, but you will get through it and you'll be a great dad. But I just wanted to share a little bit of my experiences and just share some things that you don't really hear too often about, being a dad, being an old dad and things like that. So that's it. Keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you all in the next video.